Hey there, I am giving you a couple tips on how to create better posture and not have your back hurt by the end of a long day where your butt's been sitting in the chair in front of a screen, meetings, school, whatever it is. And so, since I'm all about yin yang, I want you to utilize this info only if it actually feels better. If you end up feeling worse with using the prop that I'm talking about, which is the exercise ball, that it's not for you. It's not right for everybody. But it can be a way to incorporate a lot more action in your core and core recruitment during the day than just sitting on a stationary chair. So a lot of people are already using standing desks. They're maybe already using one of these. This is a little bit of something in between a standing, using a standing desk and a chair. But it also has some pros that I just wanted to run through, which are namely this. So choosing your ball size, if you just look up, if you just do a search on choosing the right size exercise ball for your height, you're going to find a little chart that says, 5'1" to 5'6" is 55 centimeter or whatever it is. That's probably going to be the right fit for you. The only exception is if you have longer legs than average, if you're a leg to torso ratio, if you're pretty long legged, then you're probably going to go up maybe to the next size, but you have to play around with that. Fill up the ball so that it's pretty well, full. And when you press on the ball with your thumb, you shouldn't see much more than a quarter size in diameter indentation. So I could stand to fill this up a little bit. The other way to check is that you've got your hips at least level with your knees, and hopefully hips higher than your knees like this. We just don't want your hips lower than your knees. It's not going to feel good. It's going to end up hurting your back. So things I like about the ball, it promotes good posture as long as you actually use good posture. So good posture, if I were standing, I would be pushing up from the ground, and I would go from my ankle bone, center of my knee, hip, up to my shoulder, up to my ear. So that puts me in essentially plank. Sorry for this bad angle. So that plank refers to the line from hip through elbow, shoulder, and ear. If you could draw a straight line, that's pretty much putting you in perfect postural alignment. Your waistband doesn't have to be perfectly level, but you just don't want it excessively rounded and tucked up. And you don't want to have your back arch so that your waistband is pointing down. So you kind of want to keep it mostly level. The things I like about the ball are, A, it's not a super hard surface for your butt to be sitting on. That can feel really bad and cause a lot of low back pain, especially and some sciatic pain. You're going to intuitively, just instinctively move around a lot. If you're fidgety like me, you're probably going to be doing some things like this, moving around. I find myself walking myself all the way back, draping myself over the ball and promoting that natural arch, stretching out my hip flexors and my quads. You might even go into some extension and flexion movements like this, which are great when you go back past what you would normally be able to do on the ground. It's said that you fire your abs something like 16 more times than when you're just going from the ground and like up, doing classic crunches, which I hate, by the way, but that's a different video. Other ways to use this ball are to use it to let yourself relax and let down a little bit, but stay in pretty decent postural alignment. So whenever I do posture workshops, I always have people ask me, can you ever slouch? Can you ever just relax? And of course you can, because that it's just, sometimes feels good. It's a lot of work to hold yourself in good alignment. So one of the things I ask people to do, though, is to not sort of like slump and then unwind that good open posture, but to keep yourself ear, shoulder, hip alignment in plank, but with some support. So I kind of just work my way to where my head and neck are really neutral. I'm not really using any muscle, but I'm still in pretty good alignment. This feels pretty good. I need to spend more time like this. It's another Another great thing to do is to set yourself up with your computer just at eye level, so you're neither really looking up, looking down. This isn't great for typing. It's not bad. It's just a lot of excessive typing. You wouldn't want to create that flexion in your wrist. It's good for viewing. It's good for being in a meeting where you're mostly listening and participating, if that would work. You can still kind of feel a bit relaxed and keep yourself a bit upright. So now I'm leaning back, but I'm still in pretty good posture. So these are some ways that having a ball as a desk chair can help you stay feeling a little bit stronger and more fresh and pain-free during the day. Let me know how it feels. If you have questions, email me, DM me on here. Talk to you soon.